Is there one up there that I did not notice? Or is that from the other side? That's probably from the other side. I'm going to pretend it's from the other side because that's better for my mental state. Alright, this is moment of truth level stuff. I've kind of made a final check around the engine to make sure that everything is loose and free and clear, and I think I can finally lower it down, which will be nice. I'm trying to figure out which part of this I loved best. The part where I found new and interesting levels of fluid to suddenly drain out of the engine, mostly coolant, or the fact that the legs on this are splayed narrow enough to fit under the car, but too narrow to actually drop the engine flat like I could. And I think at this point I'm just going to knock the transmission off of the rest of the engine and remove them separately, because that seems less silly. Where else do we have bolts? I think we're out of them here, right? Nope, there's a oh, you bitch. A couple of really aggravating ones in there too. That one's loose. How did I even get that on in the first place? I want to know how they get this shit on in the factory, because like there is no way to fit a power tool in. Well, I suppose maybe the ratchet head, but like with a deep well socket, I was actually getting stuck. It's just terrible. Please tell me that that was enough to make it full 60 degrees, which apparently not, so we're going to have to rotate 90. High five and rotate. It's a little jazz joke from my friend Daniel, who's probably not watching this. Watch this not actually fit in the... I'm actually kind of proud of the system that I've just designed to keep the transmission bolts in the proper order, because they're not all the same. It's basically this piece of cardboard here with holes that I'm going to punch in there in a rough pattern of the way they go around the transmission, and because it's cardboard, I can put them the appropriate direction so that I cannot screw this up at all. Motherfucker, really? Bright light. Oh, where'd you go? Franken fucking tool. Or can I? The answer is no. How the fuck did I undo this in the first place? Maybe I did not undo this in the first place, and that's why I'm having so much trouble. Been so generous with the spray everywhere else, I don't know why I didn't do it here. Alright, well, time out. We'll go grab something to eat. 30 minutes later. I'm going to need to build up my neck muscle significantly before the first race. I don't know that this is a comfortable way to do it, but is that on? That's on. Nope, that's not on. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, fuck you! All right. Cue a little bit of Ode to Joy. If I can find it in the stock music bank. Ow, that's my fucking head. Knocked that enough times that I'm into rally racing, so that's a little head injury between friends, right? So that means other side. I can get my hand unstuck. There we go. Ow, fuck. Something about a head injury. Blah, 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 blah. Really? Alright, I guess I'll put that one back in. At least a little bit. Yeah, so that way I can take the fucking ratchet head off. Alright, and the transmission bell housing just popped off the front of the engine, and off camera, of course. And now I'm looking at the clutch, and I think that's pretty good progress for today. So we're back under the wheel well at this point. The engine is probably not going to come out through the front because there's too many things in the way. I'd have to take off the bumper cover and probably also the power steering cooling line. And it looks like I can just turn the engine 90 degrees and get it out through the wheel well on the side, which would be a lot easier than doing that, which is why I'm over here now. With a nut driver, taking things off. Releasing little tufts of dust every time I do this, so I can only imagine how much filth and dirt is behind here. What did I knock over? Okay. Nothing important. I spilled enough beer during this project that I was worried that it was that. Liner. Out of the way. Okay. Gonna rip the cardboard that way, great. Oh, nope, don't fall, don't fall. This was actually not as bad a plan as I thought it was going to be, but right now I'm getting the air conditioning compressor in the way, or reserve tank? It's some air conditioning bit that I don't give a shit about and is coming out anyway. It's just, it was going to come out anyway, so now I'm just going to have to speed things up a little bit. And I'm working on the basic assumption that these are the same size on the other side, which might be optimistic.
Been holding on to the past.
But really, like right up against this bracket. Love you, Ford. Can't blame Ford, I gotta blame the engineers, which are the same across every car company, because it is no easier to work on the Volvo or the, God forbid, the Lotus. Jesus.
I could turn back now and leave this all behind. I don't know if I'll ever make it out alive. I could turn back now and leave this all behind. I don't know if I'll ever get out alive.
Alright, well, at least the engine's out. At some point I'm going to need to get it out of that particular position, but I think that's going to require having the other car in the garage. Look at my beautiful empty engine bay. There's so much room for activities. And this is the part where I admit how much I miss the little gimbal camera, because it took me an extra 2 minutes to set up and get this actually sort of level. Doesn't matter, the most important thing is now that I've got the engine out, I can get rid of the firewall blanket and a couple of other things that the engine was in the way for, and my appointment is far enough away that I may even get the engine back in so that I can drive this thing up onto a trailer rather than push it around my driveway to get it down to the cage guy. In either case, we will leave that for another episode. For now, Dick Clark, so long. All right, well, these were relatively pleasant. Ow, that was not.